And that's why Jeremy Beadle had that week law.
Fair enough.
Hello and welcome to the Phil Shy podcast. I'm Peter Bell and with me the nicest man in comedy, Patrick Linton.
Hello.
And we've got a special guest today because City played Liverpool. We've had a City fan on before again, and I don't think we're going to get him on again for a while. So, love you, Sean. So today joining us with the fantastic Dan McKenna.
Nice. Hello, lads.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
Welcome,
Thank you very
How you
much.
doing? You good?
Good, mate. Good, especially after the weekend.
Yes, yeah. We were talking. I said it was going to be a draw, and you said you would take that every fucking
All
day.
day, you go away to City.
Yeah.
Arguably the best team on the planet. And don't play well and snatch a draw.
I don't know, something mental like 25 games unbeaten at home.
So it was, I
they
think,
had 24
23
wins in a row.
24 wins in a row, aye.
Fuck off, man. I draw is a fucking great result, man.
I mean, as Arsenal's record against City for the past like fucking 5 years, I would have loved a draw against
That's
City.
it. Like you've got to take what you can get, and it wasn't a great game anyway. Like you don't put games like that at 12:30.
No.
I know Liverpool have a thing about it, but all the players were knackered, even their players. Like
Klopp was going off his nut about it, wasn't he?
Well, that makes a difference, doesn't it? He's usually so calm about it.
But like, see if you look at it, like Liverpool have had it way worse than anybody else.
We've had 9 more or something than the next person who's
You're not helping them. Their conspiracy did off without you getting involved.
At this point, it's not. There's numbers to back this up.
Sheffield can't help
Statistics,
Philippines.
Pulling out graphs and shit.
Yeah, like that scene from Always Sunny. Be like, there is no Carol. Just Klopp.
So we've already covered this, but so what team do you support and why? So we know it's Liverpool, but why?
It's Liverpool. I'm just born into it. Working class area. We haven't had the chat before. Working class area. Like you're having a red or a blue one from Liverpool, and luckily, thank God. Thanks, Dad. I'm a red because I've got a lot of blue mates, and they're not happy at the minute. Have they ever been? I don't know. Yeah, that one time they scored in the final early on. Remember Jermaine Beckford? That's all they talk about.
That's all they've got to talk about.
Somewhere he's just like,
I know, somebody's talked about it.
Big up Jermaine, yeah. There's your royalties there, mate.
He was hyped, remember?
Aye,
He was big time hyped.
He was good on FIFA though because he was quick.
That was the cares of FIFA for a while. Any quick player, you know. But yeah, no, Liverpool. It's just my dad was born and bred Liverpool. I was born and bred Liverpool.
You didn't really have a choice growing up working class, did you?
No,
it was the same in Glasgow. Like, if you didn't like football, it was basically a statement. You were basically saying, by the way, I'm gay. That's like, I'm not
still sticking with that.
It was gold, mate. It was gold. By the way, I do want to make this clear. I'm not condoning that attitude. Right?
Me neither.
But none of us agree with it. We know it was a very
But it was said.
But it was. That's how it was in the days of yore in 1990.
In the playgrounds and stuff.
How old are you, by the way, Dan?
I'm 33.
33. Yeah. So you would have come up during the Hooley era?
It was Roy Evans when I
staying a lot of pills in.
My first was Roy Evans, and then it was Roy Evans and Hooley joint managers. Do you remember this? They were co-managers.
That's right.
So how did that work? And then Hooley was actually a bit of a revelation because he brought in just a nicer way to play. We weren't kick and run. We were just stuck in that for ages. And then we had the 2001 5 trophies or whatever it was. Fortunately beat Arsenal twice in 2 finals.
Beat fucking Alaves.
Do you know what? I remember the name of the guy who scored the own goal. It was Jelly or something like that, because my cousin, she was like, whoever scores this goal, she was pregnant, I should add that, I'll call my baby after that. And Jelly scored an own goal, so little baby Jelly's been 25 years old.
Jelly baby.
A jelly baby. How is that not Steve?
Jelly baby.
That wasn't a bit. That's like God's honest truth.
Alaves were such a small club. See the top, they won that final. They had the name of every season ticket holder on their top. That's how small a club they were.
Carlos, Manuel Carlos. Steve.
So we've had some borderline homophobia, some borderline xenophobia.
Again, I don't condone it. It was just the truth.
All right, then Keith and Alan.
They had Jordi Cruyff was playing for them as well.
Yeah.
Jordi.
That was it. I think
he had no chance
final with golden goal.
It was,
I think that was the last, because after that they were like, you can't be doing that again. And I was well happy because
fucking Gary McAllister.
That was an
Gary
exciting
Mac.
time to watch finals, though, wasn't it? When there was golden goal and silver goal and all that.
But like, if your team's in it, like, you'd be violently sick. Like, every time the other team goes forward, they get a corner. You're like, oh no,
they got rid of it. I think because there was lots of like just defensive play because they were like, we're not losing.
Yeah,
to that point, you're like, well, I'd rather go to pens.
I think everybody just went to pens all the time.
I think you should just go to pens now anyway. You know, like extra time is very rarely, especially if it's like the finals of something. The players are knackered, like they've been the whole season. I think just go to penalties, because penalties isn't the fairest way to do it, but also extra time is just.
Wouldn't that have ruined that World Cup final though?
There is the outliers, but I mean, like,
honestly, I'll take 70 shite cup finals in a row to have that one game.
Oh yeah,
I don't care. Like, I'll take
the best final like that there's ever been.
Yeah,
a shame that it was in Qatar. Like, but unbelievable. I mean, because that was one of the best World Cups there's been in so long as well. Like,
the
backdrop. If you take away the backdrop to it, I know which is always I disagree with.
I'm just going to double over this saying it was awful because I really don't want to give them any kudos for what they did.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Sorry, I can't get the sponsor. Money now.
The worst. You hear the worst Scouse accent and it won't match up with his mouth movements.
Do you mean mine? Mine's actually softer now. It's like there'll be Scousers watching this, be like, what colour are his bins?
Right, okay, so what was the first game you went to?
First game I went to was Liverpool versus Celtic. It was a testimonial in 2000 for Ronnie Moran. And it was an unbelievable first game to go to because obviously both fans sing You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yeah.
And Jerry was there without his pacemakers.
I thought you were talking about your cousin's baby again.
Jelly was there. It's going to be a running theme. Jelly. No, that was mad. And Cilla Black was there, which was like also random. It sticks out of my brain. But so going to it, I mean, you've been to testimonials and stuff, right? It's not really like it's just a charity match. But there's like real players there. But I don't really remember what happened on the pitch, but I just remember all the fans, one singing "You Never Walk Alone," walking into the ground. All the Celtic fans were saying hello and that because there's little me just fucking toddling in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I was so overwhelmed when we got there. I went to my dad. Like, so you imagine you get to Anfield, loads of good stuff going on. I was like, oh my God, they got a Mackey's. I was just so overwhelmed.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah. My dad actually showed me the tickets and I was like, where'd you find them?
Oh mate, I'd have been exactly the same if my dad walked in with football team. Who did you get?
Who did you rob in?
Yeah, I thought, you found them? Like, do you have to give them back? It was just nice to look at one.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
What happened to what?
Boy, no, it was class. Like, I'm glad that was our first game to go to, and then
I think my first one for Celtic was a testimonial as well. I can't remember who it was, but it was Celtic versus Bayern Munich. Oof. Can't imagine whose testimonial it will be, but it was a really good game.
What Venn diagram of players is that? So
I don't know, man.
There's got to be loads, and then we're going to walk away and Google this.
I mean, people will probably tell us angrily in comments, but I just remember being blown away by the size of the stadium because like you're an absolute child, and the only place I'd been before was is it Fir Hill or Fir Park? That's
Fir Hill.
Partick Thistle.
Yeah.
There, and just that's tiny in comparison.
Have you ever been to Fir Hill?
No.
It's strange for a football game, man. Like, so when you go to the toilet, nobody's smoking fags.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing cocaine. It's just bizarre. Like,
just there for football.
They go to the toilet and go to the toilet. It's
low level, yeah.
But no, it's a lovely place to go and watch a game.
So I get 3 stands. Let's get 3 stands on a grassy hill.
And it's a stretch to call them stands.
I do love that though, because you see the ones when they're away. Like we went away for like a football trip when I was younger, like when we were 15 with the school, and then there was like a proper stadium, like 3 sides, and then a massive net going up so far. And we're like, why is there a big net? And then you look down, it's like just a quarry. You're like, you couldn't have just built this a little bit further away. You think, go.
Fucking hits his gates. He's like,
this might be off topic, but do you just remember all the fucking adverts about quarries when
I don't go swimming in them.
I don't go near quarries.
I
don't know if that made it to Liverpool land.
We had them up here.
Because people were drowning in quarries. Like, because during the summer, people go to swim in a quarry and then they would just drown.
That used to be a real thing.
Maybe that was
like they would sit you down in school and tell you about quarries. I'm like, I've never seen a fucking quarry in my life.
we were just bobbing up and down in the Albatross. It's all right.
Bigger fish to fry in Liverpool than it used to be honest with you.
Dodge the jellyfish and the crime.
I didn't see us getting onto the quarry. Quarries warning videos.
Quarry kids.
Right, okay.
Stay out of the quarries.
It's good advice. Stay at quarries. At least wear a hard hat. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and get that ball while you're down there.
Just getting angry at them failing to punt it back off an entire quarry.
Nothing quite like, see, is like a man in his fucking late 30s. Nothing quite like the pressure of like having to kick a ball or a fence back to like some Waynes that are playing football.
Oh, you see them bottle it? You see them bottle it and they just throw it out over that.
It's like taking a penalty at the World Cup final, man. Heart's gone and all that.
You try and overcompensate for it, you end up just punting it way too hard. Like,
have you seen them videos where like they roll it to people on the street and test their touch? You know what I mean? I think I'd get so nervous I'd just hoof it into a rose head at me.
I was a centre back.
Yeah.
See, up my bit when we were wee guys, we used to get old footballs filled with bricks. And then like wait for somebody to just leave it and then wait for somebody to come and be like, yeah, that ball, mate. Like shatter their foot. Like I never perpetrated that. I was wee when this was happening. But I was party to it and I did enjoy it.
That takes some plan. Like you've got to be like, someone's popped a ball, be like, I'll keep it.
It's like the old bladder footballs, and you could just stuff them with like hundreds of stones and stuff.
Well, I think it was Jason Manford that used to say they'd do that in Manchester, but they would just fill it with concrete. And they said if they wanted to and leave it outside a pub because drunk men leaving the pub can't resist a football. And he said, but if they wanted to be really cruel, they'd paint a goal on the wall as well. Because no drunk man is like just no doing that.
Yeah, glory days right there.
There's so many broken feet. Don't do that either. Stay away from quarries and don't do that.
Don't put random footballs that you see in the street.
No, I was saying don't fill a ball with concrete.
Don't be the victim.
Just don't boot them, man. Just stay away from a football. If you see a football thing, report it to them. Treat it like fucking unattended luggage.
I think that's Everton's way of playing now. I think that's what their director of football's been saying. It's got to get to do.
Just see a football, don't go near it.
Don't go near it. It might be for the contract. No, to be honest, there's a Sean Dyche team. He's probably saying head it.
That's probably what they train with.
They train. That'd be interesting.
Medicine boss.
Slip beneath the radar. Don't be a victim. I think we've got the name of this podcast.
Don't be a victim.
Anyway, it seems we have to go back to this now. But what was it now? Best player you've seen in the flesh. That's what it was.
So I saw Lionel Messi play. It was in a friendly.
It
was recently. It was Liverpool. It was about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Maybe 5. Liverpool versus Barcelona, Wembley friendly. Just amazing to be able to see him. Do you know what I mean? You can just tell he was the best player on the pitch. I know it's only pre-season or whatever, but just everything. He was just floating around. It was unbelievable. He was class. And then I've seen like Stevie G play actual football. Which is. I mean, at the time you're like, this is good. You know, when someone retires, you're like, geez. Like that's when you really see how good they are. That's what. Well, Gerrard kind of like everyone knew how good he was, but when you retired, you kind of got a full stop on it, and it's like, what a player. Even rival fans then can be like, he was good. Do you know what I mean?
Once in a lifetime player.
Yeah. This is actually quite a good thing. I hadn't planned to go into this, but so I've had a lot of debates with my mates over Gerrard and Lampard. Now I think Gerrard's a better footballer because he could do more. He was a better defender, and he didn't score as many goals as Lampard, but one, he played in worse teams, and two, he wasn't attacking
Jimmy
midfielder.
Taylor in one of his teams. That's enough.
Steve Finnan, bless me forget.
He was passing the ball to Bruno Giroud.
and the wizard that was Anthony Latala, let's me forget.
We signed them within a week of each other. I think, Cinema Pongo.
Who was last playing for, was it Hamilton or Dundee up in Scotland? United, somewhere up in Scotland.
He holds a special place in my heart that we scored against Olympiacos.
So. So who would you say, Gerrard or Lampard? Because I know what he's going to say.
Scholes is.
I've deliberately left him out of this conversation.
That's why I'm saying
it's the age-old
I would
thing.
take Gerrard over Lampard.
Well, that's the thing. I know I'm biased, but Gerrard was your more complete midfielder. Lampard was the better goal scorer, like was arriving in the box and stuff. Honestly, I always discount Scholes, and I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, he's a Liverpool fan," but it's got to be between Lampard and Gerrard for me. Scholes was obviously an unbelievable player. I'm not saying he was shit at anything.
To be fair, I take Vieira over them, so like, you know, bias does come into play.
But again, you're looking at like it's different midfielders. It's like saying now, would you rather have Kevin De Bruyne or like I don't know, like Fabinho or Rodri? You know, they're different types of players, man.
Yeah,
but back then, your midfielder was your utility. You've got to do
everything.
So they were kind of. That's why England didn't do well with anything, because they didn't realise what utility players, you know, what position players they had. Like, they played Scholes on the left as well. Anyway, but yeah,
that's true. That I think McAlealy was kind of the first midfielder that came to England and just had one job.
They named a role after him. If you say to someone now they play the McAlealy role, you know exactly what they do. They sit in front of the back four, tidy stuff up, take yellow cards all the time. Like, yeah.
The Casemiro,
Essien, Fabinho.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Right. Okay. What's the favorite game you've been to or watched? That's what it was going to be.
So favorite game I watched for Liverpool was the Olympiacos final. Istanbul final. One of the best finals of all time, apart from the one we mentioned, I think, which the World Cup final recently.
Right.
Coming back, that AC Milan team is one of the best teams you'll ever see.
Yes.
And the three goals, the goal that the third one, I think, where Kaka slides it in,
the pass,
Shevchenko dinks it. You're like, my word.
Shevchenko, was it Crespo?
I
think it might have been Crespo.
It was, I think it was. Yeah, you're right. Because I was thinking because Shevchenko fucked it at the end, didn't he? With tried to Panecha against Yetzi Dudek, who, by the way, was like in front of him.
I know. That was back before they used to like
everyone says, it's because he did the legs. Like every time he did the legs, they scored. When he was saving them, because he was running. He was
taking like 4 steps out.
Yeah. But that obviously unbelievable to win that. Winning the Champions League the first time in my lifetime and stuff as well. And being like massive underdogs, we were not meant to win that year.
No.
The amount, like we just weren't supposed to, and then it all came from the best game I've seen live, which was the Olympiacos one.
Yeah.
Where Gerrard scored the what a hit goal.
Was that the semi-final?
No, that was the quarter. No, I think it was the 16.
Was that?
I think the Juventus was the quarter. I think. No, the semi. Can't remember, but I think it was the 16 or something. It was definitely a knockout one because we needed 3 goals after they scored. Rivaldo banged in a free kick. It's just mad. I've seen Rivaldo playing. Like, absolutely love him.
A genius, man.
What you're saying about when like Gerrard hit a shot and it just stayed hit? He was one of those people. Every time he took a dig, you could tell straight away whether it was going to go in or not, just because the way he leathered it. Like it was like you could just always tell that's going to go in, or he skied that. Like,
it's like, you know, I've never hit a football like that in my life, but you know when you hit a football sweetly, you're like, oof. Like you feel it. That must be what it's like to be Gerrard every time he kicks a ball.
Every time it's a fucking.
Do you know what I mean? I remember that time he like assisted himself against like pretty much assisted himself in a game.
That's what he was like in some of the Liverpool teams. Have you ever seen The Simpsons where Nelson is like the quarterback and he runs around and catches?
That's exactly it. Until we got Torres, he was doing that like all the time on his own, and we got a player he could pass to him. Like, all right, sound. And we got Alonso next to him. And you're like, all right, this is going to be nice. Yeah.
Who would you prefer, a prime Torres or a prime Suarez?
I don't think there's much.
I mean, I think prime Suarez.
He's correct.
I think prime Suarez, only because Torres was your finisher, unbelievable, but Suarez would just everything. Torres would strike fear into people, but I mean, Suarez would strike fear into people.
Torres
that and the racism.
Torres at Liverpool. Torres at Liverpool was phenomenal, but the thing is, Suarez, everywhere he's been that good.
Yeah.
He was just another level of football.
My favourite thing
cunt.
Yeah, but he's a horrible person. But my favourite thing about Suarez was there was a sign once, and it was like he could not make a mermaid, and I was like, that's so true. He used to have this knack of like just bouncing off players' legs.
That's what you do. He would just dribble into you, like you just boot it off your shin bins.
Yeah,
take it past you.
That hat trick against Norwich. I mean, one of them where he scored 4 actually, and like poor John Ruddy. At one point, I was saying to John Ruddy, just stay on your line, mate. Because Suarez like
just 45 yards.
Were you a ball boy? I was saying to John. It was a
No,
staple.
no, but you know what I mean, mentally, all of the club were like, mate, just come back.
Just come back a wee bit,
Come
man.
back, yeah, like honestly, that was one of the best hat tricks or whatever you.
I remember
Oh.
there was I think it was a long ball up to him, and the way he pulled it out of the air in that game, I was just going, Jesus Christ, this guy's another level.
There was
right
one
now.
against Newcastle where he chested it. Somehow chested it when the balls come over his shoulder. And you're like, that's, how has that happened? Yeah, everyone's thinking it's handball, and he's not. He's just contorted himself and just tapped it. I mean, yeah. So
He's an incredible footballer. Him.
Yeah.
An awful human being, but an incredible footballer.
Yeah. Swings him round the ball.
Can't have it all, can you?
You can, yeah. I'm a lovely person. Shit at football.
I'm not a lovely person, and I'm shit at football. It turns out you can't have it all. Okay, who's the best Premier League player of all time in your opinion?
Oh, best Premier League player. The one that always comes to mind is Thierry Henry.
It's correct.
You just can't. I mean, because he rinsed Liverpool for years and years. Like,
Yeah, he did that to a lot of people. To be fair,
but
it wasn't just
for me,
his.
he just prime Premier League. That's peak era of Premier League for me when he was about. Do you know what I mean? When he had all the total 90 boots and Arsenal had 0-2 on their thing.
Yeah.
Henry. I think he's the best striker, the best player the Premier League's ever seen.
Oh, Alan Shearer.
You don't
Oh, no,
think
Top low scorer, mate.
Alan Shearer's unbelievable.
Top low scorer, mate.
Oh yeah. Unbelievable. But Henry was just electric, wasn't it?
If you're going to go on that, technically Aguero is, because he's got the best goal to game ratio of any Premier League player.
Oh, whipping out the technical.
All right, man.
Sounds like a City thing.
No, but I was down in Liverpool and we were having this debate with the bouncer outside Pogues. It's the most
That's your most your top class scouts in there. You go to for all your life advice, all your football stuff.
He's got a Glaswegian Celtic fan goes down to Liverpool. What should I do? Spend the entire night in the Irish pub
Drinking Guinness.
Fantastic place.
singing Celtic songs.
Did you wipe your feet on the way out? Because that's the type of.
It was fucking amazing. It was incredible.
It's class in there too.
But he was saying that he thought it was either Aguero or Suarez is the best player of all time. And then in the Premier League, obviously, and a whole bunch of people who weren't Arsenal fans were just saying it's clearly Henry.
Yeah.
But he was not to be swayed. Not to be swayed.
I mean, you're saying Suarez and Aguero, both unbelievable players, both in the shout. Do you know what I mean? You're not being like, oh, you're out your mind. You're not going to be like Sander Westerveld and then be like.
It was just his reasoning was that it was easier back then. Like the Premier League was easier, defenders weren't as good and all that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it was harder to score against people like Tony Adams, Nemanja Vidic.
Especially when they could just boot fuck it.
Exactly.
Get a warning.
I think the gulf in the teams was maybe bigger, so the bottom couple of teams were maybe easier to score it. But now in the Premier League and stuff like that. But
I just think it's gibberish. And he was like saying that players from back then wouldn't be able to play the day, and I was like, no, but if they had the same level of training facilities, all that kind of stuff the players today had, they'd easily be as good. I was like, do you honestly think Zidane couldn't kill it in modern day Premier League if he was fit? If he's the right age.
Football changes, but it stays the same. Do you know what I mean? It's still you kick on the ball. You know, you're still doing that. I mean, you change from 4-4-2, but you still got wingers. You still, you know what I mean? Like it's still the same game. Like
fucking Kenny Dalglish, Jimmy Johnson, people like that were playing with a lead football and slippers on a farm. Like, I think they'd be all right. I think they could handle it.
I think they'd be sound.
Right, and well, I think you've probably answered this from what you've said, but who's the greatest of all time?
It's Messi for me. It's Messi, and I'm not like saying Ronaldo, because people get very aggressive with it. Don't you? Like if you're saying one's good, you're saying the other one's way.
No, they're both brilliant,
both unbelievable. Two of the best footballers of all time, and we're blessed to be able to watch them, and we got to watch them against each other so many times. But Messi, for me, it's the talent of it all. I know, like, because Ronaldo's your top class worker, and he's worked hard to get what he is. But Messi could do it in flip flops. Do you know what I mean? He's just. And that's what I like to watch in football, like just so easy, no effort involved, really. Like you just see him skin like 9 people, 10 people,
just floating past people.
And I always think, like, give me a goal Ronaldo scored, I'll show you one better by Messi. Give me a dribble Ronaldo's done, I'll show you one better by Messi. Like it's just, I mean, it's not like, because they're both unbelievable. Ronaldo's obviously doing it, but Messi just
honestly,
always be for me.
I watch videos like it's got voiceovers like by Gary Lineker and different footballers and different managers talking about Lionel Messi, and I genuinely get emotional watching it. Like, I'm autistic. I don't get emotional at anything.
That's the one thing.
Lionel Messi's the one thing.
Yeah.
That's how we communicate.
Yeah. Special shout out for Ronaldinho though.
I think Jay said that as well.
Yeah,
Ronaldinho. Well, Ronaldinho is probably like one of my favourite players of all time because he just embodied the joy of football.
He could do things that nobody could do.
Yeah,
like nobody even fucking have the balls to try.
The way I used to like to play football was when I used to play. I used to play like winger or up front. I used to try and skin someone. I'd rather like meg someone than score a goal.
Yeah.
So then Ronaldinho was coming doing it in the Bernabeu and getting clapped off. Do you know what I mean? I thought I can do it in the park by hand.
Ronaldinho. Prime Ronaldinho is mental.
I'd give a shout out to, like, Zidane was my favourite player until Messi came along. I just thought, but R9 at his peak before he got his knees fucked as well was just...
Yeah, well, if he wouldn't have fucked his knees, then I don't think there's any debate. You're looking at like...
To non-British people, we don't mean he literally fucked his knees, just so you know, he badly injured both of them. That's what...
I feel like it's like a weird way to say he fucked his knees. He fucked his knees.
He fucked his knees.
Disclaimer.
I don't know what she did to him, but she ruined him.
Couldn't play football after that.
Ruined his career, man. Ruined his career. He's never the same again.
Neither was she.
just for legal reasons, to be absolutely clear, knees. Ronaldo O Phenomenal did not fuck his knees. That we know of.
His knees and attached to his legs.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's mad how we just call him Fat Ronaldo now.
It's so disrespectful.
Because you go, because like
fat.
back,
No, but he is now.
when they were both playing at the same time, you would be like, Ronaldo, you'd be like, aye, Fat Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
To be fair, because the fat Brazilian role at that point in time was taken up by Adriano.
Oh my god.
Fuck, man.
What a legend. 99 shot power on
Pez,
Oh my god.
Because it was the
Pez
cover
5,
star.
mate.
Adriano was a cheat code. He was like odd job in Golden. You weren't allowed to use him if you were playing Inter Milan. You had to sub him off.
They also had Martins alongside him, and he was just like 99 pace or whatever it was. It was an absolute cheat code going.
Right, mate. There was the days when they didn't have all the licenses, so you had Owan.
Merseyside Red.
Merseyside Red till I fucking died.
Neil Lemon, Ryan Greggs, that was one.
Yeah. Oh, so many.
Roberto Rarcos.
Do you remember Master League? Did you ever play like the Master League?
Yeah.
11, like Barrios or whatever his name was.
Castolo
And all that stuff.
It was like Zimenez with an X though, or something like that.
Mate, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I had such an emotional attachment to these guys. Putting shifts on me, those boys.
Yeah. My first real joy.
It was the moment you realised whatever team you replaced in the league, like, because you put your team in actually, all those players are free agents.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking and going, hold on, is that Henry and Perez? Yeah, I'll take them.
No, it's not Henry. Yeah, it's Henry.
Him and Castolo up front, what a partnership.
That was a game, that though. We used to them players are so bad in that team when you first started that they turn really slow, and then that became a thing when we were playing football. If someone did a bad turn, it was like, oh, it's a Master League turn. it just seeped into our every day.
Turning like Castolo.
Yeah.
The goalie was one decent player, if memory serves. He had like a mohawk, and he was like,
oh yeah.
It's before everyone realised that it's that sort of Eastern European / South, like Croatia, all that kind of places, were actually quite good at football.
Yeah.
And the fair play to Konami, they picked up on it. They were like, these guys are going to be good.
These guys are going to be alright.
Yeah. Put all our eggs in that basket.
Right, we might as well talk about the football of the weekend then.
Yeah.
We'll start with City Liverpool. I'm going to be honest with you, I had to rewatch this game because I watched it in a pub in Liverpool, so my memory of it's quite blurry. It was a beer keller, very nice place. I do have to say.
Good recommendation, maybe. You know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you very much. Straight away, Alisson.
He has one bad game a season like this where he passes it to them and it's always City and it's always Phil Foden he passes it to.
Yeah.
And you know what, like, you can take it sometimes because Alisson, for me, best goalkeeper in the world. Unbelievable, and he has a wobble every now and then, and it just seems to always be against City, man. But in the same game, unbelievable saves.
I was going to say, like, I think I've picked up, and I might have mentioned this a couple of times on the pod already, he seems to be making more mistakes these days. I don't know if you're noticing that. Obviously, you watch them a lot more than us. It could just be me picking up on something, but he seems to be.
I wouldn't say it's more, honestly. I think maybe they're just more noticeable now. Because remember when he came in, he was so rogue. He like chipped it over the player, gathered it on the other side, and Klopp was like, "Yeah, never again."
He started skinning.
Also, like he's probably having to do a lot more now because Fabinho and Henderson aren't there.
That's it. And also, teams are just pressing Liverpool because against Liverpool and City, it's terrifying. But you've got to press us.
Yeah,
that's the only way you can or sit back against Liverpool, not against City, because that doesn't work.
Yeah,
but against Liverpool, you've got to press us. That's the only way to win. You've got to be brave against these teams.
Yeah,
and we spend Alisson spends a lot of time with the ball because he can play. But against City, it was just some dodgy ones. And then he pulled his hamstring trying to do a Travella outside of the foot. You're like, what are you doing? But even then, he
did make a couple of big saves in the game. But it was quite a back and forth game. I wouldn't say it was necessarily exciting.
It was dull.
It
was boring.
It's a 12:30 game, man.
Exactly. You should you can't. And again, I know there's the Liverpool agenda again, which is true. Look at the stats. No, but you just can't. I think for the Premier League, you can't. You know, we don't want to play favourites, but if you've got your Liverpool Cities, your Arsenal Cities, your Arsenal Liverpool, put that on 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
On that Sunday, man.
Do the prime slots for that, because not only is it better for the fans, it's better for the players, it's better spectacle and stuff. And I know there'll be other fans being like, well, the games still matter. Of course they do, but that's Liverpool City is for years been one of the biggest games in Europe. So
if you think about the Premier League just as a product, you want to protect your product and make it the best it possibly could be. So fucking stick on a Sheffield United Burnley game, 12:30 on a Saturday.
But we're actually doing alright at the half-12s this year. Before this year, I mean, we've had fucking loads of them. Before this year, we were like 0-6 or something stupid. Now I think we've drawn a couple this year, but we're doing better than we were.
There might be a reason for that. Can you think about something that happens midweek that might be a reason for that?
I think you found the original.
Gets back into the Champions League for one season, then he's giving it big legs.
It's like Newcastle over there.
I don't know, Sosa.
They're all coming up here on the Wednesday.
I just checked it and checked back in, and I was like, what were we talking about? Sosa's a midfielder.
I'm so lucky to have you as a co-host, Patrick.
At least with the Champions League, you don't have to travel back from fucking Lithuania and shit. Out to Hebride, that's not even that far. Out to Mongolia. Out to Hebrides.
That would be, I'd love to see their football.
Fuck, man. Just 11 guys called Murdo.
All confused as to what's happening.
I know. I was screaming, Murdo.
Meadows ball.
I was going to say, Nunez, Juan de Caro. First, a pretty good save at Ederson. I don't really know what to think of him.
I love him. Because
I knew he would.
No, but you know what?
Liverpool fans do.
You know what it is? All the stuff he's got already, you can't really teach. The stuff that he needs, you can train into him. First touch here and there, when he has to think about shooting, he panics a bit, I think. But the stuff like the explosiveness, the aggressiveness, the getting him behind, you know what I mean? All of this raw stuff that the cop want to see. Do you know what I mean? Even the headbutt, when he headbutted that player, everyone was like, that's don't do that. But then a lot of Liverpool fans were like, get in, lads.
Don't do that.
No, I know, because they were like, you can't do that. But then at the same time, we were like, he's got to be all right. But it is frustrating. He is frustrating sometimes, but I just love him for the
Why
pure.
was he going after Pepe then?
Yeah,
I
missed that.
Exactly.
Does anybody know? Because they never even talked about it after the game.
Explained it.
It's just it's just Captain Chaos, mate. It's just like, this is a nice normal handshake. I'd be saying that someone tried to headbutt someone during it. I love him, mate. Honestly,
everyone in the bar was quite happy to see him have a go at Pep, despite the fact that Pep and Klopp clearly get on together, pally.
Well, Pep was laughing. Klopp was just literally grabbing Nunez's mouth and laughing as well. So who knows, mate?
I think it was blown out of proportion, but I know it's so unlike the British press, isn't it? But I don't know what it was about. Nobody said it.
But I do love him because he's got a lot better this season already. Look at all the assists to Salah, some of the goals he scored. I mean, the goal he scored against Real Madrid. I know we got beat. But, the flick off a half volley. So when he doesn't have to think, if he has to think, he just starts, oh shit, what have I done?
There's clearly, I think we spoke about this before on a previous pod. He does have everything that Liverpool fans would love because he's got the effort and the determination. He's in your face and all that kind of stuff. But there's clearly a very good footballer there. It's just the final thing. It's just the final decision, the final touch, little bit of clinical.
But I think he's at the bit. I think at Liverpool we will give them in the most time. I don't think you're going to get that at a lot of other clubs as well.
No, I mean,
because he's given it he's chasing everything, doing everything he can. We're like, we'll be all right. Especially because you've got Salah next to him. Who's
he'll make up for all the goals he doesn't score.
Yeah. And Jota, who just always seems to score, even though he plays terribly most of the time.
I really like Jota. There's something about as a player. I don't know what he's like as a guy.
If you could mix them both together and just have Jota's finishing with Nunes, you'll have Erling Haaland
instead of Juan de Caro.
Juan de Caro's brilliant, man.
I heard that and I was like, can't be upset there. Fair enough.
Who knew Nathan Ake could dribble?
I know.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was against Trent.
He said it. Liverpool fans.
Having said that, though, everyone's like, "Oh, Trent got cooked by Doku." No, he didn't. Like, if you watch, Trent defended them well. Matip got cooked by Doku like 2 or 3 times.
And it's because Trent wasn't watching him.
But Trent's got to be in that centre mid. That's why we scored. Like, it's one of them. But Nathan Ake is a player that just has always surprised me. Like, coming from Bournemouth, I thought, why have they signed him? Yeah,
I know Pep does that because he was signed as a centre back and he's turned him out one of the best left backs in the league.
Yeah.
So what you doing? It's like, so he signed a centre back, moved him out to left back. He had a centre back and has made him a defensive midfielder.
He's got bored. Pep, he was like, this is too easy. We won the treble now. Let's just do mad shit, man. Like, hey, Ruben Diaz, what do you like in goal?
Because that's like people used to say about
up front
all the time.
Probably
like
be class, you know. That's how City are. Just probably be amazing.
He's got front.
He tweaks too much. That's what people used to say. He always tweaks at the wrong time, makes tactical changes at the wrong time, and then it's just like.
Well, he does overthink.
And whip me. What are you gonna do?
When was it? They were playing in the semis or whatever, and he played without a striker against whoever it was in the Champions League final, and everyone was like, "Why was it Barcelona? He played without a striker." Or something?
Chelsea, I'm sure was because Aguero didn't start, and it was one of the last games.
He just didn't play with one. You're like, and they lost that game.
It was Chelsea.
He's tried too much, but I mean, obviously, like unbelievable. But City have the luxury of. You know, you sign enough players, some of them are going to be good in the end.
But the thing is, they don't go mental like that. Unlike Chelsea, we'll talk about later, they don't really go mental like that. They just
not so much anymore.
He's good. I want him. Bring him in.
But they do that. But you look at they bought Cancelo. And then he was good, and then they've got rid of him, so they've got enough money to now go, it's not like they're going mad and just biting everyone, but they've got enough money to be like, we'll have that class player and that class player.
Of course,
player. And then they can take a punt on Ake, but for every Ake, you've got a Phillips.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? So it's, they can cover it up more.
But
unbelievable team. Best team to watch. That's what frustrates me, man. They're the best team to watch.
And I don't know. No, I'd prefer to watch Liverpool.
No, but obviously I prefer that as well. But I know we play. I know what you mean. Talking about with the football. But what I mean is they win.
Aye, but it can be a bit dull. It's just it seems inevitable that they're going to win. Do you know what I mean? But with Liverpool, it's pure edge. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking.
No, it's just.
But Liverpool move it forward in 3 passes. They'll pass it about fucking 40 times.
I agree. And what I meant by the best team to watch, because I agree. Sometimes it can be like, Jesus Christ, this is boring. They just keep winning. They're a juggernaut. You just know what you're going to get. But then, the fans just do not deserve them.
I know. It's a fact.
Let's give credit to the old fans that have been there from
when they were at Main Road and stuff.
The 3rd division and all that kind of stuff. It was Main Road.
Yeah, no, fair enough to them. And I know a couple of City fans who are from Manchester and stuff. Fair enough, you've stuck with it. But all these new fair weather fans who were
like Sean Chalmers,
who were 115 charges away from being Newcastle. The ones who were 115 charges away from being Newcastle fans, that type of fan. But did you go to watch them? And it was dead. The ground was dead. And it might be because it's a half-12 kick-off as well. But you could hear Everton's plane flying above the stadium. You could hear when Alexander-Arnold shushed them. I was like, mate,
I know.
the way it ends here, lads. They've been doing that for years.
You hungover or something?
Yeah. What you want to do is like make some noise, but
Come on. And the pub I was in, there was probably more Liverpool fans in there than there was people in that entire stadium.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
yeah.
Obviously you'll have been in there. It was really weird to see at the back where the big projector is. Thing. They've got half the wall Everton, half the wall Liverpool. Like, so it's smart. So either fan base can feel comfortable going and watching the game in there and all that kind of stuff.
Imagine having that in Glasgow.
A place would get burnt to the ground.
Both sides were like,
It's like a half and half scarf you can fuck off.
Yeah, you a lot of places in Liverpool, like there is around the grounds you'll have
the
Liverpool
diehards,
only fans and Everton only pubs and stuff, but I said Liverpool only fans then. I might subscribe to that, I'm not gonna lie. But then everywhere else, like it's like they used to call it the friendly derby, didn't they? And it's still kind of like that, like, you know.
I remember though some of the tackles and stuff like that I've seen in a Liverpool. That the players don't take it as a friendly derby at all,
but
man.
in the stands, because you'd have brother sitting next to brother, and
we don't give a shit about that.
Fuck you, Nan.
Mate, honestly, my granddad was originally a Protestant. He converted to Catholicism to marry my grandmother.
Wow.
And
a turncoat.
That's like that man.
Good side,
I know, even at that, mate, it's not a turncoat.
I don't care if I like you more now.
But honestly,
that's in the old Manchester.
Worse.
There would have been less of a kick-off if someone from Palestine tried to marry like Benjamin Netanyahu. It was not a happy situation.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking hell, Pedro.
Got into Gaza,
they don't like each other. I don't think it's controversial.
Thanks for spelling that.
We're the only place in the world that gets at Belfast that gets to talk about sectarianism. You guys are news.
Oh, fucking hell. It was a shock to me when I came up here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I living in Edinburgh and stuff, and it's not so bad. But when I'm going across to Glasgow and watching all the gigs, and there's like, people are making these jokes, and people are like, ooh, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Honestly, I was so surprised when I was speaking to people from other cities and discovered they don't all have Catholic and Protestant teams. They're just football teams. I was
what one's the good guys though?
I think it is one way around with Liverpool and Everton. I can't remember what it is, but it doesn't. Like,
my understanding, Everton are the Catholic team.
I thought that as well, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a thing in Liverpool. Like,
because my
what do you mean? No.
my granddad's my gran passed away, God rest her soul, but my granddad's new wife, she is Protestant.
Wait, he's turned twice?
No, he didn't have to change that. He's set in his ways.
Fuck.
And we and him were watching. We were watching Everton.
Celebrating in front of a choir. Running into a chapel.
People throwing palm crosses at him.
Rat.
Rosary beats. We were watching Everton Liverpool in his house, and she started supporting Everton because she thought, they're wearing blue, they'll be the Protestant team. I'm just sitting there keeping quiet,
so
going,
many layers, man.
Nope, you got that wrong. Okay, back to the football. What else are we gonna? What else is there to talk about in this game? Oh, Holland,
50 goals,
48 games.
Amazing,
unbelievable, isn't it?
I don't know how to describe him, man. Like,
he's just got that thing, though, hasn't he? Like, I can't remember him touching the ball other than that.
Yeah.
But he said himself, didn't he? I don't know if it's true or something else. He said, my dream is to score 3 goals and touch the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
And you're like, mate, you're not far off.
It's the lowest effort to goal ratio. That's what he wants.
That's it, man.
But that's
your energy.
But that's why I don't think he can win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, because they're staying away from pure goals. Not like
he's not the best. He's not the best player in the world. He's the best goal scorer in the world. He is not the best player in the world.
I know, but goals win you games, like.
But defenses win you leagues.
All right. Fucking hell, the Oracle is smoking.
I actually just quoted Jose Mourinho and I feel a little bit dirty.
The only one that came to mind is you can't win anything with kids, which is Alan Hansen. And then they won loads with kids. So.
Go to work in an egg. I don't know, that was just an advert, I think.
Don't go to your quarries.
Don't go into your
quarries. But for me, when you think about the great players that we were talking about earlier, like Messi, Zidane, even like the Ronaldos, they weren't the best because they scored the most goals. Obviously, Messi and Ronaldo did, but that isn't what made them the best footballer. Look at Kaká.
R9 would have tons of quiet games and then he would just get the ball, beat somebody and score.
That's true. I wondered how many goals it would take for Haaland for it to just be like, cool, he hasn't done anything else but just score goals. Like, how many does he have to score?
If he scores 100 odd goals in a calendar year, you're gonna have to give him something.
Yeah.
I'll give him the golden boot.
That's nice, yeah.
I'll do it. Like, call me up, UEFA. I'll fucking do it.
I know what you're saying. No, because
just you eating a pot noodle.
Why am I eating a pot noodle? I do like a pot noodle, but
no, you're putting it out of the shoe.
You can have this when I'm done with me.
Oh, there's your shoe, mate.
There might be a soy sauce packet in the toe, but you'll be alright.
Doing a shoe, yeah. That's what it is. But no, I just think to be described as the best player in the world, you need something more than just goals. There has to be that little. Well, all these, with all these guys, there was just a level of talent that extended beyond their goal contribution and stuff like that. And I think, I don't think he has that. I just don't.
No, I kind of see what you mean, yeah, because whilst he's the best striker and unbelievable player and all the rest, if you asked me to name like the best players in Europe at the minute, he probably wouldn't like be around, maybe.
It'd be hard to pick.
It would, but he's I mean, I hate him and like him all at the same time.
But if you could sign anybody in Europe, who would you sign?
Yeah,
Haaland.
Yeah. I know that sounds ridiculous.
I'm going to contradict myself a month ago and go probably Jude Bellingham if I could sign anyone in the world right now.
No, we don't talk about Bellingham.
Because he picked Real Madrid over years, is that what it is?
Yeah. No, just apparently the whole like we could have stumped up the cash before Real Madrid wanted to be even sniffing around and stuff, and
frustrating.
It is. But what a player. But yeah, no, probably still Haaland that sign.
What about the disallowed goal?
Mate, it's like it shouldn't be a foul, but it is, and it just is. And like they talked about it in the post match as well. They were like the Man City players' reactions, like tell you everything. They weren't even going fuck off, like or like going up to the ref. They were just like, that's what happens.
I see Nathan Ake was like, he's like, it's he basically said it's soft, but it's the rules. Do you know what I mean? Like he thinks maybe it could be or couldn't be. If you watch it, he does have his arm on his arm. And it is soft, and he's not, even as a Liverpool fan, I'm made up it happened, but you can't touch the keepers. Whilst it's frustrating, maybe like that's the rule, and it's annoying. But
the rule is if the goalkeeper has the ball under control,
but you can't impede them as well. I think, can you?
You can't impede them not jumping.
I think what it is.
But that's so fucking stupid, though.
No, but it's with your arm.
But if you've got your eyes on the ball and you're jumping up,
yeah. But if you're
somebody just like leans into you, man, you're fucked.
It's with your arm. It's with your arm. Like you can't use your arm.
Surely you can contest it. Like by going for a head.
But you can't put your arm on the keeper.
Yeah, I think you can.
Well, you can't put your arm in it. Well, in fact, you can apparently in that Newcastle Arsenal game. You can put your arm on people.
It's funny how much stats come up. Everything I've been watching about this Alisson thing, 30 seconds in. Well, you see what happened in the other game. But no, soft. But it's the rules, and I hated it for it to go against Liverpool.
Yeah, that was the kind of thing that it's that sort of sitting on the fence conclusion of if it goes against you, you'd be raging. If it goes for you, you're delighted.
Yeah.
I mean, later a lot probably is a foul, but it's the kind of thing that's going to make 60, 70-year-old men go, oh, the game's fucking gone.
You could just boot the keeper in the face, grab the ball, your two hands launch into it.
He didn't wear gloves because he was a hard man. He was spat in his horns and that was good enough.
The ball was full of bricks when I was a boy.
But have you watched some of them older games, like the old ones? You literally shoulder barge them into the goal. And
I remember watching. So it was like for the anniversary of the Lisbon Lions, we went to the Barras Art and Design, and they played the game. See, every time the keeper picks up the ball, he has to like run like dodge guns because they're all trying to kick him and shoot him into the goal.
You see games like that still in South America, to be fair.
It's just nuts, man.
Well, keepers used to get their own back, didn't he? Like jump like this.
Just empty cunts.
To be fair, I've seen who.
Remember was it Schumacher?
Broke him. He broke him in half.
There's been a couple.
The guy looked like Michael Schumacher.
And I'm the controversial one.
Just eating eating blitzed carrots.
Fuck's sake.
Here comes the motor, Michael.
no, he'll have like flashbacks and shit. It is mad. just talking about Schumacher. He used to ride like obviously like one of the most dangerous sports is Formula One. It's terrifying. They go at like hundreds of miles an hour, and then he went skiing,
and that was it.
Fucked himself. Yeah,
He's just in one of those car beds.
Yeah.
Germans shouldn't go skiing because didn't Neuer get injured skiing?
He fucking broke his leg.
Oh yeah, you hear about that stuff all the time. And like what was the one who had dropped his perfume bottle or whatever on his foot? Canizares, was it? The keeper.
Yeah, Canizares. Yeah.
Fucking Kirk Broadfoot tried to boil an egg in the microwave and was out for 6 weeks because it burnt his eyeball. He opened the microwave and it exploded.
I was just saying, time to close the door next time.
He tried to microwave an egg like for way too long, opened it and it just went.
He left a fork in.
Sorry. Neuer, Canizares,
Kirk
Broadfoot.
All of them famous football injuries.
The legend.
Kirk Broadfoot. Who thought he'd get a mention in an English football podcast?
Sorry, Paddy's here just to whip out the fact. Right?
I'm still not over Chris. We should give some plaudits to Trent because that was a really good finish.
It was
unbelievable. He played so well. I know Doku gave him a hard time, but I think Trent defended him well. And in that little midfield role, this shows you exactly what he can do. I think it's better than popping in off the right back as well because you get more space.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you want him to move into defensive midfield? Because I think there's still an obvious gap there. And when City started to take control of possession, started to create chances, the Fabinho hole was really evident. Don't. I could just see what was going through your head. There's clearly a gap that it's still not been filled in, and McAllister's not the player to do that. He's an attacking. I feel sorry for
McAllister. He's being shoehorned into that role a bit. Yeah. He's doing it all right, but he's not. He can do the attacking side of it, the defensive side. Nah, I don't want Trent to be moved into midfield because he just gets more space if he comes in off the right back.
Yeah.
You got to mark a right back. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a bit more difficult. There is a gap there still. When we get a new CDM, that'll obviously fill because what will happen is that the CDM will drop into centre back and Kanate or whatever will drop into right back. Kanate is the one who can do it because he's rapid, but just made of cheese. So injury prone. But no, Trent's getting that free role in moving in is better. It's the same like people asking this and you're not saying should we move Zinchenko into midfield? It's better because he comes in obviously Zinchenko doesn't leave a bigger gap as Trent, but Trent going forwards is arguably the best passer of the ball. KDB obviously.
There's a big quality difference going forward between Zinchenko and Trent Alexander.
But I always think the way we're playing now, it's like when Klopp first came in, it's like, cool, we just need to attack. Like rock and roll football, he called it. Heavy metal football.
That's why it's the best to watch, man.
Yeah, because it's just like, it used to be, you'll score 5, but we'll score 6.
Yep, that's what you want, man.
Do you know what? Great, but terrifying to watch. But no, I'm glad, I'm happy Trent moves in. Because I don't know if you watched the England game, I dared to watch it. Jesus Christ. And he was in midfield and just didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah.
That could be because Gareth Southgate's not a very good manager.
He is not a very good manager. Yeah. To be honest, the only reason I watched it to make sure that Trent didn't get injured. I'm not a big
just to make sure, like you could have done it in a bit.
I know.
Sitting there like
I know, but I know because I knew what
just with John Ruddy, sheep-head hamster.
No, because I thought I'd be just checking all the time to see if so. I thought I might just have it on, and then I remembered why I don't watch England play. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's not.
I do enjoy watching Bellingham now, so if he plays, I'll
plus he's already fucking qualified, and you're trying out different formations, putting fucking Trent in midfield.
Yeah, that's our excuse and all in it for the last couple of games.
Yeah, we're qualifying, man. I guess fuck.
Yeah, I just don't get behind them. It's not for me.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Scouse, not English.
Speaking of, we'll move on to another one of this room's teams. You had a very good weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, mate.
Just a bit.
Aye.
I didn't see that coming, man.
I know Chelsea were hitting a wee bit of form as well.
And Newcastle obviously looked a bit lax.
Newcastle have got fucking players wearing number 67.
Just massive Tims. Wee
Miley.
Honestly,
he's good. He's very good. Seen him against PSG as well. He was solid against PSG.
Don't talk about that, man.
I wasn't going to bring it up, Patrick. I wasn't.
Great decision, Sochmo.
Devastated.
Handball all day.
And it happened to Livramento as well. It was having the game of his life.
Well, I initially thought it was the kid, and then I felt bad, but then I realised it's for Livramento. I didn't give a fuck.
He's only like 22. It's like, he's not much older.
But, Isak's fucking been banging them in for.
What a player.
Like, with Wilson being injured, I think this is his chance to like just settle the argument. Because even I still don't know who I'd rather. Like, they offer you something different for like different challenges, but I think I prefer Isak. I think he can do more.
I really like the first goal as well. The build up before it, because it was quite patient. Like, obviously you're saying you like go for the throat football, but they passed it around. They didn't rush it. They took the time, made the right decision, and the pass from Smiley or Carroll or whatever his name is, the through ball, like, because he had the option out in the wing, and he just goes, "Nah, I'm going to make this more difficult choice and try and go through to it." And it was a great pass there.
And of space.
The turn and control from Isak to finish it was just really good. It was a really good first goal.
Aye.
He's an unbelievable player, right? Isaac. Like I started to know him from Sociedad because of FIFA. Just signing him on FIFA all the time. He's one of them players.
FIFA
football manager one, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh no, he is one of those guys. Even if you sign him on there now, his potential is still so high. Like, I think he's going to be a really good player for Newcastle.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already decent, but I think he's going to get even better. The free kick Chelsea scored from, I thought was soft as fuck.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you were going to say it was a screamer, and I was going to be like, aye, but it shouldn't have been a free kick.
Yeah.
Like, he literally puts his hand on him. But like, that's enough for a referee to see.
Yeah.
And it's no, like, you're not going to get that shit overturned with VAR.
But didn't referees get told this season to do minimum interference for a foul?
Was it Sterling that went down?
Aye.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just always going
so
down.
Soft.
You've never forgiven him, have you?
Little rat. Snake. Nah, that free kick is class.
Aye.
But not in the corner.
I know, that
was
my first thought. I was like, if it's no in the tap ins, then I want to see the keeper at least go for it.
But also, like, if I remember right, I might be thinking the wall jump at a different time, not the all together, and it kind of goes over the side that's either like not got up yet and stuff. I mean, it's still unbelievable technique. Can't take it away.
The dip on it was.
I didn't have Sterling as somebody that could hit a fucking free kick.
Well, I don't think he's
because he's always been in teams that have got so many better people.
I don't remember ever seeing him take one.
He's always been criticised for his finishing as well, despite the number of goals he's scored in the Premier League. It's always been something that's gone, he's not as good as everyone else.
It's because they were all back post tap-ins with City, innit?
Yeah.
And you've got to be there, and that's the way City play. Third man runner, get a man into the back.
Yeah.
Sterling was always there.
If you ruled out tap-ins, people in Zaggy would have scored about 3 in his entire career. It's not fair to do that.
People.
Big people.
What's your name, lad? People. But no.
We're on nickname basis. Me and
people go way back. We're always out there, man.
It's just like I can't remember Salas's first name, but the Chilean striker. Marcelo, is it? There you go. Marky, Big Mark.
Big Marco.
He is known for being a bit like not the best finisher in the world. So the fact he got it on target, I think he's just who would normally take it for them? Reece James?
I'm not sure.
Because Mount would have, but
they really got any.
Palmer.
They've got loads of players, but none who I'd go. Yeah, they take maybe Reece James.
Yeah. Cole Palmer wouldn't be a bad shit as well because they put him on penalties.
Yeah, he loves a set piece, doesn't he?
Aye.
Loves a pen.
Gets a fair few.
I've written the wasn't right in the corner, but they prefer a bit of dip to flummox Pope and goal. I don't know why I've thrown the word flummox.
Flummox Pope and goal.
Flummoxed them. Oh, man.
Gordon's grown into some player.
He is.
He's a rat.
Like, he's a rat.
It was funny you say that because I was thinking watching him at the weekend there that he reminds me of a young Sterling. Not as good as him, but he's got that little bit of petulance and dickery that Sterling had.
You flummoxed me with that one.
I flummoxed you with dickery.
I like it's the same as Liverpool fans with Darwin Núñez. Like, it's all the stuff that you can't teach. Like, see his attitude. Like, he runs for everything.
Yeah.
Chases back for everything. Just works hard all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he's the kind of player that you want to like build your team around, especially a young player like that.
Oh, he's unbelievable. Like all the aspects of football, he's unbelievable. What pisses me off about him is obviously he was Everton, but he's just always on the ground, always moaning, always like just you know. Yeah, I hate that type of stuff. Even when Liverpool play, like Suarez used to do it all the time, be like, "Oh, please get up." Do you know what I mean? I hate it's a side of football I just hate, and it's going away a bit more now. Like you don't really see it.
Bruno Fernandes is keeping it alive, though, isn't he?
And Bernardo Silva as well. Oof, Jesus Christ, don't get me started on him.
Bernardo Silva is so good, he can basically do what he fucking wants, in my opinion.
He is so good, but he's just another
I thought you were going to say Bruno Guimaraes, and I was like, he's putting cunts in the deck all the time.
Yeah.
He's just hitting cunts.
Joe Linton's a mad one, man. He's like,
Uncle Joe.
Yeah, you're not good at a striker, and you want to play centre mid, yeah. Oh, all right, I'll just play it so well. But then when it comes to finishing, he had one. Was it in that game? And he's like quite close to the goal, and then he has to web it so hard. And then the commentator was like, "It's the finish of a seasoned strike." And I was like, "Nah, he's just twatted that."
Because it looked like his body shape was trying to put it in another goal. He just smacked it with his heel into the bottom left.
Yeah,
the Heskies, it's not.
Oh, the touch of the Heskies.
Hey, leave Heskey alone, mate.
Dirty Heskey.
There was a Newcastle fan I was listening to, and he said that if you watch him over the course of a season, the amount of headers that he gets terribly wrong is just like, it's mind blowing. Like he said, if there was a thing called expected headers,
oh my god,
what's your XH?
Expected headers.
It's like, honestly, he just said that he thinks he's the worst header of the ball in the league.
It's like Joe Linton's the way. That's man, he's about 6'9", isn't he?
I know, huge, man.
I wouldn't want him fucking pressing me in the way that he was doing to the Chelsea players. He'd be a frightening man to have on it.
Newcastle rattled Chelsea, that's what happens. And Reece James showed his petulance again, just like taking him out. Do you know?
I know, he looked like he wanted off, man. He was like,
I think, honestly, sometimes you see it. Like
he's not used to playing 3 games in a row. He's usually got an injury, so he's just like, you know what, I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Ankles under the tracing paper.
Do you think he's a bit too big? Like he's like built, isn't he? Do you think he's a bit too big for his frame? Maybe that's why he keeps getting these injuries.
Possibly
because
he's a chest, like he's massive. I looked at when he was going off the other day.
I watched the Beckham documentary, and that's why Carlos Queiroz fucking hated Beckham. Because he did an advert for Pepsi and came back hench as fuck, and he was like, "You're going to get injured because you're too heavy." So like, it is a thing. Like, you need to be quite slim built.
Aye. Well, I suppose it depends on the role you play, because if you look at people like
well, I suppose Ronaldo was built like a fucking middleweight boxer.
But he is. But he's lean though, isn't he? Though. Do you know what I mean? It's good for his body shape.
Aye.
Whereas if he started getting, you'd see if he got too big.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Who was it for Bayern that got hench during lockdown? Goretzka. He just came back like a proper action film star. Like it was like insane. Like, what have you done to him?
He just got massive. Have you seen Fernando Torres now?
Is that a bodybuilder?
Yeah, he's massive. Loris Karius as well. You're playing. Have you seen the size of him now? He like Dropius, as we call him.
Oh fuck me! I dread the day.
Yeah, he's massive now as well. Though. He wasn't playing for Liverpool, obviously, and no one wanted him. So he was like, might as well just lift weight, and just got massive. Still can't catch a ball though.
It's a shame that it doesn't matter what he does with his career. Like,
yeah, that's going to be forever. Like his legacy.
Yeah, don't. I'm still not over it.
Oh no, I'll just have to make do with 6 fucking Champions League titles. You don't know the suffering.
Should have been 7.
I want to give another shout out. I know we do this regularly, but Kieran Trippier.
Oh, amazing.
He's just so good. He's just so good. And he was a left back in this game, wasn't he? And he was Livramento right back. And that worked really, really well. Obviously you didn't have the same crossing from right back from Trippier, but he could cut in and do the inverted.
He's a fucking decent leader as well. Like,
yeah.
Because that's not something I would associate him with. Like when he was playing for Spurs and when he was playing for Atletico.
It's the Simeone effect, mate.
I suppose
you come back from there like
everybody
seeing some stuff, man.
Everybody has to be
He's a vet,
Your manager's Eddie Howe, who's just nice, and you're like,
I know. Who raises his voice and swears once, and everybody's like,
it's like you see a dog that realizes that humans do actually love animals for the first time, and it's like, oh my god, you're not hitting me, this is awesome.
You found Trippier a loving home. Someone sponsored them £5. He does have to live with Jason fucking Tyndall though, so it's not all swings and roundabouts, is it?
That's true. That's very true.
But Chippy is unbelievable. I think the fact that he's played left back for England, and also I think being a very experienced player and playing in the major finals and that for England, it's just made him into this next level leader, and he's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And if it means Livramento gets more game time, that's good as well, because he's looking really
so good, man.
Yeah,
against PSG, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like,
apart from the handball.
Fuck up.
Tried to dribble it and shoot.
He skinned like 4 players for the goal.
Oh, yeah.
He just started turned into a prime Messi for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was class.
Started running through kids.
I'll tell you what I didn't see coming though.
No.
The revival of Jamal Lascelles.
Mate, I've been saying, I'd rather have Lascelles than Burns start at centre back. Like every time.
You're an insane person.
I've been saying that. No, I prefer Lascelles. I think he's class.
He's a fantastic championship footballer. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's quality, man.
He's scored, didn't he?
Just you wait and see.
Just wait and see. End of the season, he'll be gone.
Yeah.
End of the season.
You can clip that bit.
You can clip
that bit. I remember when Paddy said this.
Just you wait and see if it Jamal is.
Just you wait and see if it was.
Fucking Mystic Mega.
And then we get signed for a newly promoted Leicester.
Well, they haven't replaced Wes Morgan. He'd be the perfect person to do it.
Still, fuck man, he was like 40 when they won the league.
I know.
Absolutely no replacing Wes Morgan. That's right. No. Captain Morgan himself.
Although
mate.
I bet they're kicking themselves letting Johnny Evans go, but mind he's at Man United.
That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like Man United centre back pair, it was just like Evans and fucking Jones at one point again recently.
Yeah, I know. It's just
like, what are you doing? Ten Hag. He's got so bald, his brain's leaping out. It's ridiculous, mate.
I don't think I got too much else to say in this, other than I like when Fabian Schär thinks this game's dead easy. I'm just going to run through them and have a dig. I love seeing that. Newcastle are doing well when he has the confidence to just go and do that.
What a player he's been as well, man.
I like it when he lines up next to Trippier, like when he's about to do a free kick. Listen, if this was further out, I get it. But Fabian, if you watch it, Fabian Schär's he acts that role out so well. He's like.
He's got a good dig on him.
Oh, he does. But when it's like near the box, you're like, this is Trippier.
It works though.
Do you think like maybe he's just like really stupid and he thinks
he is taking it?
Trippiers like, I'm going to run over the ball and then you're coming in behind me, and that's why he looks like with such conviction. This is a one man.
Terrified of
it. I think he was captain of Basel when he was like 20. He seems like an intelligent footballer as well.
No, he's good.
Yeah, he's a solid player. Solid top player. Botman will be when Botman comes back to that team. Unbelievable player.
We should probably crack through some of the
other games. Do you want
games.
to go into the Spurs game? Because I know you can't fucking wait.
Well.
He's been found out, I'm sure.
Call me the Hives, because I hate to say I told you so. I actually fucking love it. No, but you don't understand. Paddy was giving it the old Christopher Biggins earlier on this season, going about, they've won 3 manager of the
top
month
of the
award, the top of the league. Do you think they're going to win the league? Do you think they'll finish above
Madison
Arsenal?
Won player of the month first month of the season. Son won the player of the month second month of the season.
They barely beat. They beat us because of an own goal and then an offside. That was an onside.
I know.
It's from then I was like, these haven't got the longevity, because they were class, but I remember we played them. And I remember thinking, they're not all that. Because I didn't watch them much before that.
They are missing a lot of players right now.
A lot, yeah.
Because they can't cope with
depth has been what we've been saying about them this whole time. As soon as they lose some key players, they're going to be fucked.
Well, it was like with Arsenal last year.
Yeah.
As soon as you get a couple of injuries.
As soon as Saliba went, like that, just one player fell out of that defence, and that was it.
Well, that's what's so good about City, because if they lose 11 players, they've got 11 players.
They've lost De Bruyne, and you can't tell.
You almost forget.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's just off producing tracks for Drake instead. Like,
oh yeah, that was really weird. Yeah,
assisted Grealish, assisted Drake. That was so random.
Yeah, football. I mean, when you get to that level of football, your life just gets fucking weird, doesn't it? Like people just invite you to do anything.
Yeah,
and you do it.
Well, I suppose if it's Drake, I suppose, and to be like produce a song, you didn't say, "Do you want to come paint my fence?" Like,
yeah. One thing I will say about Tottenham, what I did respect is when they went to, it was Chelsea when they went down to, was it 10 men they went down to?
9, and they were playing the halfway line.
Yeah, I loved that. He was like, "Nah, lads, just crack on."
I fucking loved it.
Opening a can.
They get
easy
beat
for us to say who aren't fans of that football team.
But they get beat 4-1 and they get clapped off the pitch off the home fans.
Well, yeah.
I know, but that's just because they're thick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you were going to use the Y word there, and I was like, whoa.
Did you not see they had their fans in and out after they beat us to the last minute goal? And they were like marching their kids around the stadium.
Yeah.
I know Liverpool can talk because of the West Brom thing. That's what people are going to say. But we didn't get kids out.
No, that was. I mean, Arsenal get accused of over celebrating on quite a few occasions, and they've never brought the kids round.
No, but I do like Postecoglou, but he's getting found out a bit. But I do respect the way he's just like, yeah, we're just going to keep attacking then. Like, fair enough, mate.
I can kind of get it, but
if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be fuming. But from an outside point, it's like with Zerbi, man. I just like I want to see just them attack all the time because like I like the way he's just got a way of playing.
Yeah. No, I get that. In fact, that is something to talk about as well because we want to just take a fuck it any game approach to this right now. but with Zerbi, like watching that Brighton game, the amount of players they have forward all the time, like they've got like so many people in and around the opponent's box. It's like no wonder you're conceding all these goals. They're the first team I think in Premier League history to concede and score in 17 consecutive Premier League games.
Put that on your bet. Both teams to score.
Both teams to score
17 times in a row, and it always comes in. Like,
well, they've scored 50 goals this season. They've scored the most in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, but they've also conceded a shit ton. Like it's Jekyll and Hyde what they're doing. There's also stuff to talk about the Tottenham game. Obviously, we've had a wee go at them, but we've also been quite polite about them. But what Aston Villa, what's going on there is incredible.
So good.
You sent me a table for the year.
Yeah, in 2023, they have Man City have earned the most points in 2023. Then it's Arsenal and Aston Villa on joint 71 points in 2023, and then Villa are only behind Arsenal on goal difference. That's incredible. Yeah, like that's amazing.
It just goes to show what happens when you get the manager in. The board backs the manager in the right way, and then you give them time because they weren't incredible to begin with. Like he had a rocky start, and then it's unbelievable. I mean, he's bought well.
Yeah,
Pau Torres.
He's brilliant.
Diaby, is it? Oh my god! So and they got Ollie Watkins fired in as well, which is they had him anyway.
Fucking super John McGinn in there.
Who's the other one?
When I was in Scotland.
But John McGinn and Luis Diaz, not Luis Diaz, Douglas Luiz.
Luis Diaz. I was like, what?
Douglas Luiz.
I thought you were about to compare them. I was like,
no,
there's no comparing them.
Oh fuck! I forgot about this. Did you see Luis Diaz's dad?
Yeah, was that the game in the away end?
He looked like the most freezing me guy. He looked like he wanted to go back to Colombia and get kidnapped.
He probably thought it's that quiet in the fucking stadium. He thought he'd been kidnapped again.
He looked like the most freezing me dude I've ever seen.
But there was a nice moment
that's why.
when everyone realised who it was, and it was they're all giving a wee clap. That was nice.
Yeah,
I mean that like the literal applause sense, not in the Glaswegian, just going I'm keen to have a wee clap.
It's a crack one. Where'd you get that for? It's a crack me down you've got there. Right, me da.
He's not on either of us, so let's put it that way. But no, Douglas Luiz, not Luis Diaz, Douglas Luiz and
John McGinn.
Aye, John McGinn. I really like them playing together. I think because they've both got I'll get in your face, I'll hassle you, I'll harry you. And John McGinn's happy to go forward and score it. And then you've got Douglas Luiz who can pass like a bastard as well.
Well, that's it. They're like all rounders. They're like two number sixes for you, aren't they? Like and they both play it's like a double pivot. I think it's called now or whatever. But it's great that you can have the two because then it means that you can have all these flying wingers that they've got going forward. Diaby doesn't have to do much defensively. Yeah, do you know what I mean? They're building such a solid team. Like,
and then you've got Yuri Tielemans in front of them. If he gets back to anything like what he was in the first few seasons at Leicester, they've got a really solid midfield for a long time now.
Unbelievable, unbelievable, and they just keep backing him as well. And like I said before, it just shows what you can do if you back your manager. Emery's obviously an unbelievable manager.
Yeah,
didn't really work out in Arsenal, but
it was the wrong moment for him. He was coming in just after Wenger had been there. So a manager has been there for like 20 odd years. Apologies if you hear a toilet flushing in the background. My very professional co-host has gone for a piss.
Well, that was a sound effect. He's like, Arsenal.
But like when he went to Arsenal, he'd gone when just after Wenger had left. It was such a big pair of boots to try and step into. There was very little chance that anyone was going to come in and be successful there.
Yeah.
Like, even no matter how good the manager is, you could have brought in like someone like Ancelotti or like Mourinho was still good back then, someone like that, and it wouldn't really. I don't think it would have made a difference.
Because you're replacing a legend, aren't you? You're not just replacing. You've got to replace the. Because when Wenger leaves, even if towards the end they started to drop off or whatever, they're not fans aren't going to remember that. They just remember the glory days of Wenger. So you're up against it. Same with Moyes. Like Moyes is a great manager, but had no chance at Man United. Absolutely no chance at Man United.
It's also was beloved by the players, and they're all going to be like, "Well, you've never managed in this. Like, who the fuck are you?" Like,
even though he'd won back to back with Sevilla and.
He's a brilliant manager, and what he's doing at Villa, you just got to say kudos.
There may be a shout for the top 4.
Yeah, they could be,
because they're like it's just consistency. Because at home they're fucking incredible. I know they beat Spurs away, but like at home, their record at home this season is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
it's just been murdering teams.
Well, that's how you do it, isn't it? You win your home games and just challenge the best you can in your away games. If you're that type of team who's trying to cross a threshold, you've got to just make your home a fortress and then see what you can do in the rest of the games. Like,
I know technically Man United are on a run of wins right now,
but it's all about
a lot of them have been scraped, and I think their spots there for it's up for grabs, man.
Although we've no spoken about Garnacho's fucking overhead kick.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Mate, it's a goal of the season already.
Yeah, just call it off. Puskas Award, give me it already. Like,
I thought Michael Olise's goal was going to be the best one I saw that weekend. Because that was incredible. So it's such a shame for poor Olise. He scores a wonder goal, and Garnacho's just like, hold my cocaine.
Hold my baggie. No, it was a screamer.
Where does it sit though? Because obviously you've got classic overhead kicks. I don't think the Rooney against City one's that good because it was a shinner, but
it's the occasion more than the strike
itself.
It's
because it's against Man City.
But he didn't mean to hit it with that part of his leg.
It doesn't matter, off his shin. It just having the audacity.
If you're talking about pure strike, then Rooney's is a shinner, but it's the occasion for it is unbelievable.
Well, if it's occasion, then Bale Champions League final.
I was actually going to mention that because. Broke my heart. Honestly, it was one of them. I was sitting in a pub in Liverpool and it went in and everyone just went,
what could you do about that?
At least Karius didn't lob it to you. Do you know? I was like, even if he's got a concussion, it doesn't matter at this point. That's always going in there.
The thing that separates Bales as well is not only like the occasion, but it's the fact the cross is deflected and he has to change it's no like the ball's been floated out, like the ball's hit somebody, changed direction, and he's just changed.
And also, Bales was from, if I'm remembering rightly, like near the
edge of the box.
16, the edge of the box.
Ronaldo also had a very good one, I think, against Juve.
Oh, and they all clapped him. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, so I mean,
Emre Can against Watford. It won't go with the season.
Andy Carroll against Sunderland.
Benteke against United. No, it's funny because
I did admit that was a good goal.
It was a lot of like some more bitter Liverpool fans have just like posted all of Liverpool's overhead kicks that have come out, and that's why that's in my brain because I've seen them all. And you're like, yeah, these are good, but like give credit where it's due. Garnacho's overhead.
It was really impressive because I don't know how you think that is the right decision to make in that position. The ball's going away from you, it's behind you, you're like, I can just try and get this back to the winger there, or the fullback as it was, and we can keep attacking. The arrogance to go.
Well, that's what it is. It's Carragher said it after the game, didn't he? He said it's the football arrogance. Like someone without that little bit of I'm going to do this, like just doesn't even attempt it. Yeah. Like, and then you kind of want that. Like you've got to keep a lid on it a little bit, but you want them to be able to like give it. He's never going to do that again.
No, but he is a very good wee player though. But
he is a good player.
I think he needs a better leader in that club just to keep his feet grounded though.
Look who his captain is.
Yeah.
The man who asks to get subbed off when they're getting beat. That's your captain.
What a leader! What a leader!
And then moans when he can't get off.
We should probably mention the point deduction.
Mate, so like one of the things that fucking I was pissing myself at is that like when they were putting in their accounts, like one of the things that they had to put in your projection, so like for their turnover, Everton had projected they were going to finish 5th in the league.
Yeah. How much
last season?
How much did they say they were going to get from the Charlison as well? Like an extra 20 or 40 million.
Mate, like they deserve it.
No, I mean
they deserve everything.
They broke the rules, and even though Everton fans they know they broke the rules. I think the controversy comes in when it was like they like cooperated with the FA, did everything. They knew they were going to get a deduction, and the FA were like, yeah, 10 points, bang. And now the FA have said recently, oh no, that's not the precedent or something. He just said it's just in a one-off case.
Yeah.
So I think that's
10 points is a lot.
10 points.
I thought it was going to be. Well, there's a lot of chat.
Isn't it less for administration? Isn't it like 8 points or something? What is it for administration?
Well, no, is it not 12 points?
Oh, maybe I'm mixing those.
That's just off the top of my head.
Maybe, no, that sounds right now. You said it, but even still, like
it's a lot for one case. And like I know they're coming out and saying, "Oh, this isn't setting a precedent." I'm sorry,
it has to.
It has to.
Yeah.
If you've done that for one thing, like I'm really looking forward to seeing Chelsea and Man City in the Conference League in a couple of years' time.
1,150 point deduction.
Like still finished third in the league.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still probably pretty good anyway.
I honestly, I think they have to have set a precedent with this. I don't think they can just go and give City a fine or a slap on the wrist.
But no, especially since Everton cooperated with everything, and they fucked up, but they cooperated. They didn't hide it in. The whole reason the City one's taking so long is because they keep blocking it with everything, and obviously there's 115 charges.
They get so many lawyers. They get so many lawyers as well. They get so much money to spend in lawyers.
Well, that's it, because
they've got an army of lawyers.
If it's a fine, then it can't be a fine. It has to be a football injury, basically. Yep. Like it has to be something that affects them. They can't sign players for the next 5 years. Something mad. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit ridiculous, but I do feel bad for Everton because I got a lot of Everton fan mates and stuff. 10 points is rough, but this season I think they'll be fine.
But I think like what they've done is different to like what City and Chelsea have been doing.
I know it's breaking your FFP, isn't it?
Aye, so like City and Chelsea have been doing like much like bigger things.
Because like, there's a like did you see recently City announced they got like what is it, like 700 million in profit or something for the season.
Record revenue.
Yeah, just dead good at marketing. You're like, nah, they're not even hiding it anymore.
Etihad Airways sponsored us for 500 million for a year. Like
all the money's just gone in a big old
they don't sell any shops, man. Like.
Everton's just if I'm guilty of anything, it's being too optimistic.
You see, one of the players that tipped him over the budget was that Niasi or whatever his name is, and he's like just signed for the conference team. Yeah, like jeez, you put your money in the wrong basket there.
They were woefully run for a very long time.
It just seemed like they signed a number 10. Like they signed a attacker mid. They signed like 5 of them in one window, and then they signed Davy Klassen, who was a CDM, and thought, you know what, lads, we haven't got a cam. Let's put Davy Klassen for them there.
I love that his name's Davy Klassen.
Davy Klassen, yeah.
Big Davy.
Wait, that sounds like a name you would make up for yourself as a footballer. Yeah. He's Davy's fucking class, man.
Like Davy Klassen.
Randomised on FIFA creator player. That's what you get to.
Did you see like it kind of went under the radar because of the Everton thing that the Premier League clubs voted in favour of having multi-club ownership.
Yeah, it was you needed to make
7 votes.
You needed 14 against.
Yep.
And it only got 13.
Yep.
And Everton were one of the clubs that voted to keep the thing in. So Newcastle obviously voted, City obviously voted, or Chelsea, all these teams. Sheffield
United, mate, I did not know.
Burnley, I'm sure as well. With like
Burnley,
against it.
Because Burnley are owned by TJ Watt, is it, or JJ Watt, the American football player now, and so he's obviously got like some plans somewhere going on. But yeah, so Sheffield United was the weirdest one for me.
I didn't know that they had like fucking.
Apparently, all the other clubs were fuming as well because they expected Sheffield to vote for.
Aye.
Well, they get it when Sheffield's just trying desperately to get rid of them.
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
So maybe one of the people that are interested in buying them owns other clubs.
That would make sense.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
But it means Newcastle can go and get Ronaldo, Benzema, Neves.
Mate, Newcastle basically can just take anybody for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Do you know when you get to that point on FIFA where you've got too much money, where you like keep bossing the league and they keep giving you 300 million and you're just signing players for no reason. You're like, we'll have him.
But I would bring in Kante in the January window straight away, man.
Kante and Neves. I had Neves is probably like nailed on.
Yeah.
Neves would be a very like-for-like replacement for Tonali whilst he's not available. So that would make sense to me. But fuck it, bring Benzema, man.
Yeah.
do what you fucking like.
Just for a buzz.
Mane, Ronaldo, whatever.
Alright.
Mane could still cut it in this league 100%. Is there any other like big games that we need to talk about? Because we've got about 7 minutes.
We didn't talk about the Luton Palace game, did we?
We haven't talked
Luton
about Luton Palace.
That was our first winning.
Get in, Luton.
Wait, the last time they played each other, Clinton Morrison scored 2 in a win for Palace. Shows how far they've both come, you know, both in the Premier League. Palace no longer have Clinton Morrison in the team, and Luton are no longer conceding 2 goals to Clinton Morrison.
Palace are a weird one, man, because they've got the players and all the pieces there to be a good team, but they're managed by the fucking Grand Owl himself, isn't he? Isn't Grand Owl a KKK thing? I didn't know.
That's That's Grand Wizard, but I've answered that way too quickly.
I know, you'd see me not laughing.
Yeah. Grand Owl's like the brownies, but for the KKK. They wouldn't call it that. They would not call it that.
It'd be lowercase, wouldn't it? It'd be a KKK.
The brownies for the KKK.
Oh, man.
I was actually really disappointed.
You're trying to steer the ship and this is not happening, mate.
Well, it's my fault. I shouldn't have said brownies for the KKK.
Right, my head guy either goes to the little people, like little kids for the KKK, or you've brought brownies for the KKK. A little snack for them.
What's that badge in? Who's Tang? Do you mean not Tang? No.
Fucking hell.
Don't forget to bring in your sheets next week.
So anyway, Palace, Luton Palace.
Fucking hell.
Fuck's sake.
I was really disappointed by the way Palace played in this. And I think you saw it in see when Bournemouth played Sheffield United, they went for them. They were like, we're a better team than you, we're going to go for this and we're going to dominate the game and score 3 goals. Palace should be doing that against Luton. They should be just going, no, we're the better team, we're an established Premier League team, we're going to... And they just did nothing the entire game. Apart from obviously Elise's goal, but they looked woeful.
Is he get injured?
Yeah.
Did you see how he got injured?
Yeah, that's a free kick.
The guy was like decorating. He's like, do you know what? I'm just going to smack you in the leg.
UFC.
He's holding on to his leg as well when he tries to get back up. I don't know how that's not a
put him into a fucking sharpshooter.
Why are you out for the season? Walls of Jericho, mate.
Walls of Jericho. Looking away.
Get
him off road, mate. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Big boy there, all swinging in like Sting. Pays so much money to watch it. Swinging to WWE.
Someone just getting tables all the time.
Well, I know you don't know me, but please do that. I know it might kill you because you're an old man, but please.
Very, very old.
Roy, get the tables.
There was another interview where he was just talking about, like, he was like, do you think I want to be doing this? He's like, I'm like 78 years old. I want to be in a beach, man.
He is terrifically old.
He's so old, man.
He is. I mean, fair play to him. He retired and then came back, didn't he?
Yeah. There's an air of like Bricktop to him, though.
No.
An air of Bricktop, Snatch. I bet he's got a gun somewhere in his house that he's not declared. Like he's definitely. You can tell he's a proper hard man.
Well, yeah, didn't last year someone tried to square up to him, one of the players?
It was this year. It was
this year?
Max Lowe for Sheffield United.
There you go, yeah. And like, Roy was riding there. I mean, his little fucking gullet was going everywhere. Like fucking.
His gizzard.
Yeah. It's like when Jabba the Hutt gets up.
Yeah. It's a threat displayed.
Yeah. He blows it out like a fucking politician. Fucking war. It's got "you cunt" written on it.
He goes home and tries to explain that to his wife. Why have you got "you cunt" written on your gullet?
It's a warning, son.
None of your business.
Yeah. You weren't there enough.
I don't know why it sounded like Alan Hansen there.
Yeah, none of your business. I don't know what that was. Good old boy. Terrible time in Liverpool's history, but good old boy.
Right, so anything else? I suppose Sheffield United are definitely going down, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
they'll lose 3-0 to Bournemouth. You're going to go down.
Burnley are going down.
Burnley are going down.
I thought they'd stay up.
Yeah.
Not now. Now I've seen them. the beginning of the season. But I forgot you can just play any half decent football in the Championship and look like a top quality team.
Aye.
A la Norwich, but
Yeah.
again, they started that game against West Ham. They were playing like really good stuff. They looked good, and then
It's 2 late goals, wasn't it? As well.
yeah, Thomas Suchek. Once again, man,
What a player!
He has pure streaks when he just scores off.
Aye.
He loves the European competition. Scores for West Ham all the time. Doesn't he?
Aye, the Conference League he was scoring like fuck last season.
Brighton Forest was mental.
The Zerbi running on the pitch afterwards. I like the way the Zerbi's got his haircut from when he was like 15 and just gone, that's it for the rest of my life.
Wet gel.
Yeah, he is using the gel used to use as a kid.
Yeah.
Man.
Just
Yeah.
blue shirt has
Do you
got
know what
bubbles.
I reckon he takes off his jacket top. He's got one of them flame shirts underneath. he's clocked Tony Hart's Pro Skater 2-3 times and he's just loving life.
It looks like
Pair of Lonsdale slip-ons. Let's do this, boys.
it looks like you asked someone who's slightly bigoted to create an Italian. Like, genuinely, we're going to make him really passionate. He's going to have a tiny wee goatee and his hair will stick
Yeah.
directly up.
Did you see he said in an interview that he doesn't like 80% of referees in this country?
Yeah, I like that's
yourself,
very
mate.
like he's thought about that because to say like 8, you'd be like 99% of you were being facetious. He's got 80, so there's 20% he likes. I want to know who they are.
Aye, so like how many refs has the Premier League got? 10. He's like,
It's got a more than 10.
Yeah.
so like he said that like he's probably worked out. He's like so
Yeah.
there's 20 refs and I hate
Yeah,
16 of them, so that's
Yeah.
80%.
he
80%.
spent ages doing it. He's like, boss, any tactics for this week?
Refs in this country, he did not specify they all were football referees.
Yeah. Fucking loves an umpire.
I'd love to see him like at the cricket just trying to understand what's going on, raging that people aren't just running about all over the
Getting a full press onto the bowler. Big Evan Ferguson.
If you ever want to give up football, Zerbi, that's your future. Go to cricket coaching.
just like 11 players just circling the crease. Just
press him.
Yeah.
Circling the crease is a very enjoyable sentence.
I fully enjoyed saying that, to be honest.
Circling the crease.
Yeah. Sounds like a sex move. Hey girl, can I circle your crease?
It's always better in a Scouse accent, isn't it? Hey girl, can I circle your crease?
Can I circle your crease?
I'm available if you want me to say any more.
There you go.
Circle your crease.
So we've come up with a new term for rimming.
That's it, innit? There's 11 guys circling my crease, man.
What happened last? Why are you walking for it? What happened last night? Oh, mate, so many people circling me crease. It's like
It goes at
pack of fucking vultures. They were, mate.
That's beautiful, man.
And on that wonderful note, we should probably wrap up. It's been a fucking pleasure having you on.
Thanks
man.
for having me, lads. Yeah, this has been
you've
good
actually
stuff.
managed to turn this back into a comedy podcast.
Hey,
So well done.
I'll put that on my fucking CV. Anytime you want me back to talk shit about Man City or Everton, let me know.
We'll definitely have you back,
Definitely,
mate.
mate.
Definitely have you back. It's always a lot of fun having a guest on. So, you say goodbye to all the lovely people at home.
Thanks, guys.
You too, Patrick.
Goodbye.
And goodbye from me. Stay fresh, cheese bags.